Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You're live on Radio Apni Awaz and our podcast, AJ and Amar, or Amar and AJ. Please do search the socials. We're here with myself, Amar Hussain, and with our co-host, Mr. Abdul Jabbar Saab. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to all the listeners out there and viewers that are joining us on social media platform, which is hashtag at Amar AJ podcast.
Thank you for keeping my name first. I don't know why. I normally say it the other way around. But yeah, what do you call it? We're here, hopefully here to, I'll give you a summary of what we are potentially going to talk about. And I think, obviously, what's in the news, reform, who are winning locally and nationally. And also, we've got the United Kingdom and Nakba, Palestine marches out did go ahead yesterday relatively peacefully. I think there was 11 arrests. And the abduction cases in Pakistan that are happening. I think, that's basically, I think, the main summary of what we are going to talk about. And without further ado, I think we talked about this last week as well. So in Bradford, we've got a reform coming in. They are the majority, even though they hold there's no overall control because they don't have a majority to pass the 46 seats out of 90 in Bradford. They've got 29 seats. So can you explain what's happened and what do you think is going to happen within the local government, shall we say, in Bradford?
So Labour has lost 29 seats in the council. So that means they've lost overall control of the council, Bradford Council. What does this mean for people of Bradford? It means that they're not going to be able to pass the motions that they were used to passing because of an over majority they had. And the other party, Conservative, came second with 18 seats, and the others, like your party, got 10 seats in the council. So
I'll give you an overview of, because obviously we've got other parties as well. So Reform, they've got 29 seats. Conservatives have got 18. Labour 17. Green Party has got 9. Your Bradford Independent Group is showing on the council website as 9, but I know locally that there's 10 because there's another member joined. And other independents, we've got 4. And Liberal Democrats, even though they're doing well around the country, they only got 1 in Bradford. But I need to mention there'll be another election going on for, obviously one of the councillors died in, is it Idle and Hackley? And she was Lib Dem, and I think that seat will be going ahead, I think, next month or so. So we've still got 3 seats remaining. I think Reform have got a good chance. There's going to be Liberal Democrats. But I'll give you an overview of the thing, so just to make it fair.
Yeah, so regarding the Labour loss, Imran Hussain, MP for Bradford, he said the results were a disaster. We were given a clear mandate 2 years ago. People expected us to deliver, and that clearly from the result hasn't happened. In Bradford, we've lost some excellent candidates. And he goes on to say Susan Hinchcliffe has done an excellent job over the last decade. Going on, Imran Hussain said, but Susan did not lose today because of local issues. It's clear today this will be the last election Keir Starmer leads us into. So regarding the Reform UK, I think they did not have a local leader, because they didn't have a seat before this. So what I read up on is that there's a guy called
Stephen Place.
Yeah. I've got down Chris Hollett, the newly elected councillor for Windhill and Rose. He just mentioned that everybody needed to work together. and he mentioned going around for the first time, conversing. I met so many wonderful people. I really enjoyed speaking to people from all sides of the spectrum, and I've got to know them. I'm aiming to be as good as I can for the people of Windhill and Rose.
Yes.
And the Reform UK could form a coalition at the council with the Conservatives, which is interesting because together they can control the council. But a Conservative group leader, Rebecca Paulson, did not rule out working with Reform UK, but said she would not be putting up with any silly stuff. She said there's no plans at the moment. People voted for us to be Conservatives. There might be some things we agree on, but there are also things we don't agree on. We'll have to look at individual decisions as and when. She added it will take a while for the council to settle down, and there will be a lot of change going forward. And so I think Mohammed Shafiq is still the Lord Mayor.
So yeah, I think we were talking about this earlier, yesterday probably. That what we call we've still got the people in place, but there's no one in control. So people obviously don't need to panic. Reforms here 12,
Yeah.
and yeah, we've got what we call Stephen Place, and of what the name is here, Councillor Andrew Judson, who's a deputy. So Stephen Place is the leader of Reform UK Bradford, and Judson, Councillor Andrew Judson, is the deputy. They'll have to form a coalition, but it looks like more or less more likely to be with the Conservatives, and that will pass the 46 mark, and they will lead. But most likely that's what's happening. I don't think they're going to form a coalition with Greens or Labour. Very likely. I think most of these people are originally from the Conservatives. But obviously, we do know Stephen Place was, from my knowledge, UKIP and maybe BNP, I'm not sure. UKIP and Restore. There was a Restore as well. So he's been around for a while.
Okay.
As this person, and I've met him on several occasions for I think regarding the clean air zone taxis, which we were fighting against at that time. But yeah, so I think this leadership now, obviously, there's going to be this person, Stephen Place, and Andrew Johnson are going to rule the show for Bradford for minimum 1 year. Because next year we've got elections as well. You know, what do you think is going to happen? Anything positives or negative?
So, nationally, the Reform UK leader, Nigel Farage, he promised to cut the council tax in the manifesto, and he was questioned about that, and he said, "No, we didn't promise to cut council tax." But people could see that he did. In the manifesto, he said, "I will cut taxes. I will cut the council taxes." So, will he cut the taxes, or will he? Obviously, nationally, it looks like they have to increase the taxes. Some of the councils are becoming bankrupt, and so last year, was it this year 5% increase by the Labour Council?
Yeah. So last year was
10%,
10%,
9.9%, and this year was 4.99% to be accurate.
Yeah.
So they could get these taxes, get the motions passed because the Labour had the majority, and they says, look, the services we provide, some of it is costing a lot of money, whereas there was the opposition to that by the independents and the other people. So basically, if the Conservatives and the Reform decide to form a coalition, what is it going to mean for Bradford? What is it going to mean that local services will they concentrate on trying to get more help for the local services such as NHS, or will they be collecting the taxes and not really investing in vital problems that exist in Bradford, such as unemployment and all communities support. So this seems to be that it's going to go from bad to worse.
I think they make a lot of promises and they fail to deliver. I think that's what I think parties should have made an example of this. Labour Party has failed. They failed in their propaganda campaign, and they should have said in places like Warwickshire, where they said they're gonna have no increased council tax, but they've increased council tax by 4.99%. So there's no real difference. There's no real difference. And are they really going to tackle immigration? So I think the scare is regarding immigration, which we haven't talked about. But I think locally, can they affect immigration? Probably not. Nationally, probably yes. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. What's your opinions?
The policy, obviously, Reform UK is to stop immigration and stop, like they've been talking about, stopping the boats. And they made some of their supporters or some of the candidates before that they were hoping to get on in certain places. They've been accused. They've said some racist views and Islamophobia as well. Islamophobe. They've been, we see the right are against Muslims and Muslim community and Islam. They accuse Muslims of, so many things.
Yeah, I think they've got Muslims in the party who agree with the Islams. I think so. That makes it. I don't know what's the best word, but we've seen throughout the decades where they used people from the minorities to propagate, their material. But obviously, we need to also talk about the failures. It looks like, if it was to do with the elections today, we would have Nigel Farage as Prime Minister. But obviously, we need to talk about the failures of Labour. They've failed absolutely, locally, nationally, obviously internationally, with Keir Starmer's stance and his resolute to carry on sending weapons to Israel. That obviously, locally, that's a massive thing. Nationally, what do you call, obviously we got the council tax as well, locally as well. But nationally as well, he's seen as going back on his word, changing, dithering to reform. So whatever reform says, he'll follow suit regarding immigration. So it didn't seem like he didn't have any of his own policies. And now he hasn't got his actual party in order, and it looks like people are going to backstab him. And I think that's evident now.
Yeah, I can't. Obviously, there's a lot of MPs, Labour MPs, that are calling for his resignation. I don't think, I think his days are numbered, and he should resign. He's basically, getting obviously the health secretary stating he's basically left in saying, talking like that, we lost because of Starmer. During these years, he's not been able to deliver on promises made, and also the whole tax rises that have taken place and the cost of living crisis. People are feeling the consequences of Labour policies.
But I think if it messes up for Labour, and it looks like it will be, because we've got Andy Burnham and West Streeting going for the actual leadership. You never know. It might make it easier and make it sooner to have a reform UK Prime Minister. So I think we need to be careful of that as well. And what do you call it? We don't want already, because of the Iran war,
Yeah.
fuel prices, everything are going
Yeah.
up.
Lastly,
We don't want anything like that in the UK where there's chaos.
Yeah, no, we don't. Lastly, we got to be careful, right? That when we choose the political party or politician, they usually end up saying a lot before the election, and after the election, they end up, not
Not
doing,
delivering.
not going, doing U-turns on those promises, pledges.
Mm.
So that needs to be taken into consideration.
Anyway, we will see you soon after the break, and hopefully we can have a meaningful conversation. Thank you.